Yes, people, we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. There we go. You can see me now. Yes, people, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's going to be some nice setups coming along. You can see them already. Hello. Yo, yo, yo. We have many coins to go through today. Everyone can hear me all clear, all good, everything all good. Let me just double check. Can everyone hear me? Yes. Cool. Yo, yo, yo. And the music. I'm literally turning it all up. There we go. Let's go. New week. So, funny fact, right? I started this challenge literally a week ago today. And basically what's happened is that we've had the smallest volatility that we have seen in crypto and volume in the last 5 years. Since what year are we now? 2026? Since 2020, 2021. That's insane. Which is a very good thing, right? Like, that means usually we start these things at the bottom of the crypto markets. Hello, Menno. And thanks, everyone, for telling me that you can hear me all clear. So, this week has been the smallest volatility week ever in crypto. Volatility-wise, you can literally just check the volatility-wise on the chart. Yeah, you can hear me. You might be able to... So, there we go. I was just on double loop. There we go. Yeah, the smallest amount of volume in years. Now, let me check something. I'm trying to see if I can find this on the tweet or... But yeah, smallest... DMs are mad. Yeah, lowest weekend in 4 or 5 years. So, yes, there we go. Here, Binance USDT perhaps the dollar volume versus full history. Date range October 2021. Dollar volume 1.72 billion. This is the 6th lowest of So basically, only 5 days. The lowest volume. That means usually the lowest volatility. And also, if we check on all of these dates, right? So 7th of Jan 2023. We can come down here. Look here. Okay. Boom. 7th of Jan 2023. Look at that bottom there. Like, even if I went on the daily, right? Because that weekly is a fucking big dildo. Okay. So this is the 9th of Jan. Here. There's 8th, 7th, 8th, basically the same thing. There, at the bottom, December 2022, basically the same period. 24th, that's obviously Christmas Eve. Then the next one is September 2023. 23rd. Here. Then you have August 12th. October 23. There. And then the 26th. There we go. So all of these, right, with the lowest volume in this period. Since these, that's it, right? Since since these, right? Every other bottom 6 day was 2022 bear market dead zone, right? Down here. So these are the only lowest volume and volatility, because obviously volume and volatility go hand in hand, give or take. Obviously there are other variables in there, but yeah, like this is kind of you know, this is as close to the bottom as you can get, right? Which means obviously I'm not gonna fucking trade an account and grow it massively here. I'm not gonna do the same here. Here, well, maybe in this bit, but here definitely, right? Maybe it's something similar, like right to this bit, creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. Let's go here. Look at this creeping up. So yeah, I mean, basically what we look for here is if we get, well, I'm gonna go. Let me zoom out on weekly, right? What am I looking for? If for whatever reason we do pull back into this green box is going to be my buy area. That is just going to be my spot and walk away. Okay, we may even squeeze a little bit lower, but 55 to 50k. There, that's just spot and walk away. You know. Yeah, you didn't have to be over patient, you know, like, literally, if you go on my YouTube channel, we made like 6 figures the other month, so no problem. Anyway, and I did the full live breakdown there, so it's not about being uber patient. Like, there's plenty of trades out there. Like, you saw me call the SpaceX trade in the Telegram, which you can find in the description below. I called that one literally on Friday, 10% pump. That's more than what Bitcoin did all week. In fact, it's more than what Bitcoin's done all month, right? So, yeah. I mean, there's Cash Cat as well, but we're pumping up. Is this open? No, pre-market. Fucking hell, we're at 139 pre-market here, so it's a short squeeze. Short squeeze on this. So yeah, there's a good call from me. Lovely little trade. I should have took that one for the challenge, to be honest. But I thought many people would cry like, oh, was another chart. Maybe I should just start taking them, and the people who aren't locked in, so fuck them. You know, you either are locked in or not. Can't be sleeping on this shit. I should have took that one, but heyo. Yeah, well, I mean, guess pre-market's here, so 20%. You'll open up here with a nice gapo up to here, right? So nice trade there. So basically that's my plans on Bitcoin, right? If we come down to here, yeah, I don't know if we do come down to there. Okay, then the next one is this. This is a very, very clean weekly SR level, right? And by the time this is reclaimed, boom, it's gonna just literally nuke straight through, and it'll probably come up to the 76s up here. Right, straight into... Nice, I'm glad you took it. And yeah, you profit's profit, right? So that doesn't matter. But yeah, like if we... Yeah, I'm glad to see people in here took the trades. That's what I like to see. giving you guys a head start on this challenge. Because you're going to need it. When I start taking these trades, my account's going to fly. We're hitting 10k. Compound like a motherfucker. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, this is basically what I'm looking at, right, on Bitcoin. I want to catch the longer, higher time frame moves. So, if we flip this green, it's going to go to red. Very, very simple, right? When did we last see this similar sort of pattern and that kind of price action? And with such low volume, like having the lowest volume days in crypto, right? That means this shit can get taken out sideways, left, right. You can see some mega price swings with people getting taken out left, right, and center before the move happens, okay? No problem. You know, like, very, very similar to this, right? Look at this. The second you get this close back above, the second you get this close back above, look at this, boom, straight to the other side. Literally no hesitation, no breaks. It's just a boom, like a teleport. And then you got all the motherfuckers scrambling here, trying to now chase price up here, you know? So, I can't be asked to chase price. Like this. Obviously then, but there are always other opportunities to get back on board. Look, this one here. You just have to be patient. And people don't want to be patient. They want to solve their problems immediately. Quick fix dopamine. So yeah. That's what I'm looking for. The only concern for me is this. If it's like something like this, where we spike above, then come back below, that's fine. Right, what am I on about here? Well, is this gonna... the only thing I'm cautious of is this. Okay? Maybe, because we haven't taken... Now I'm going to go into the lower time frames, because I've already larped on about the lower time frames, right? My only concern on this is this. Yes, Jose. Right, is this. We haven't taken out this high. We haven't taken out this high, right? This one. So if I zoom in, look at this one. There's the consolidation before the final move down. Then we didn't tag this high here. Then again, we didn't tag this high here. My only concern with this kind of setup is it does something like this. We get closes above, right? Closes above, then it pulls back. I don't really want to see shit pull back here. I want to see this just go boom. Nobody's getting on board. Okay? The only problem here would be if it does this, makes a lower high, we fail to break out, it comes below again, it takes out all of this shit here that we've left behind, which is I don't like. Then we chop around, trade, do this kind of shit again for the remainder of 2 months of the year. Then we get back above. Then it just goes... Then this time, if it does this, I'm moving these targets up here. That's the only thing I'm concerned about on this. That's the only one. But I don't know if it does this. Right? So, what would I, so if it doesn't, basically, what I would prefer is I would prefer a push down into here beforehand. Like, even a bump into here, right? That's fine, because then I just take that up into there. Done. That trade there. Something like this. Done. Into there. Big move there. Boom. Done. And adjustable stop loss. That is what I would like. The thing is, right, patience isn't hard. No, I've never really said that, but the one thing that the chart always does is it goes to the right, just this was. It always moves to the right. So if you can predict the chart is going to go right, then you're going to win. No, I know where the targets are. It's just how to get, like, this is going up, right? Just where do you get on board? That's the main thing. I've never once said, this is going down. Like, I'm just talking about how to get on board for the move up. That's what I'm talking about. You know? Does this just go, like, the thing is it's just if, buts, and maybes, right? You're stacking the probabilities in your favor. So, okay, so if you just long here with a target up here, right? Like, that's what you're talking through. If you just think about everything in probabilities. If you just long here like this, where are you wrong, really? On a clean break below, like here. So, basically, you can long here, no problem. You might just have to suck it up. No, I know it's just a joke, but people say it, so, you know, like, that's the thing. If you long here, like, on a swing basis, right? Obviously, you can zoom in, and you can decide if you want to trade this shit. I don't fucking want to touch this. This is like AIDS, man. What is that? You know, you can literally zoom out and you can see what the fuck is this AIDS? Yeah. It's not even doing nice stuff. I mean, you know, it's not taking liquidity or anything, so yeah, fuck it. So for me, I would like to see a pullback into here or here, right? I'll base it on how the price action moves, and you can see that here. So, if we go here, and I choose symbol, and I go to so if I go to symbol here, Bitcoin, you know, we've got, this is like the 24-hour liquidity. Maybe I zoom out to the 48-hour. There we go. Okay. Model 1. That's better. 48. Here we go. As you can see, we have some big liquidity here at 65.8. And then we have liquidity below at 64.5. And again, since Friday, neither one of these really been hit. Only the one that I spoke about in my Telegram in the description below. And basically, so that is, you know, 65.8. And it was 64.5. Right? Basically, 65.8 is above here. There. And then 64.5 is here. There. So basically, we're just, I can see this already, right? Can I get open interest on this? Because I can feel it, right? I can feel, like, happy Monday. I can feel it in the chart. I can feel like loads of leverage is being built up. And one side is going to get wiped out. There's going to be some fuckeries very soon. And people are getting accustomed to the very low volatility. And then once the volatility subsides, then boom, gone. Right, as I was just explaining about earlier. So for me, like, pump went into the... Yeah, pump Where did I put that? Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't miss laughing pause. We do not miss. Bis don't miss. There's a reason for saying that. Bis don't miss. Like, I was doing all my buying on hype down here. No, hype? Pump. Fucking hell. Hype. What is wrong? In here. This consolidation here. Mainly down here, in this area. So I was doing some buys on pump here. Just started offloading some. It was a nice, what, 50% move. I called this one in the inner circle before I started this challenge. You know, so if I was doing this challenge at the time, right? Like Monday here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I started here, as he's already done this pump. You know, like if I started this down here, I would have caught that move, but we didn't. So just started at the wrong time, really. But it's okay, because basically, like the charts like this don't just go. Woo! Look what happens, okay? Look what happens. You get pullbacks, then you get another spike up. You get pullbacks, you get another spike up. So pullbacks into here maybe, right? Pullbacks into there, we look to there. Very, very simple. We have some, but that's a big large move, right? 30-40%. We can clean up on that. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what ICO price is for this. I don't know what ICO price is for this, but yeah. So pullbacks on this we can look to buy as well on pump. So ideally, I would like to see pullbacks on Bitcoin, ETH before we get long again. As you can see, ETH is struggling, man. I need to fucking Viagra. Getting limp up here. You know, I would like to see this 2K get tagged. Did anyone else take my SpaceX trade in the Telegram below? How many of you guys took it? It was literally a clean 0 drawdown trade. And that's why I'm a little bit annoyed. That's like literally the perfect trade to start the challenge. 0 drawdown. Literally you start at 1K, end up at what? 3K. Yes, you did. You didn't. You can take a short, so no, I don't really care. You can take a short, but I don't like shorts at the moment, right? Like, I just don't like shorts at the moment. Nice. I'm glad you took hype, Sushmi. Sushmi. Like, I can take shorts up here, no problem, but when the market, like, so when, for me, I honestly, Coin Hunter, I do not use open interest a lot. But I can explain it in a minute. And why I would only use it in this scenario here. For me, right, where is the best opportunity for shorts? Up here. I ain't, like, this is in trading, right? I call it, not I call it, fucking hell, the actual rules are buy low, sell high, right? That is it. Buy low, sell high. If I'm selling up here, like I called this top here, I was a little bit late. This top I called exactly to this T here. This one I was a little bit late. I sold. I thought it would be a little bit different than this. I sold all of the positions basically on this moment here after we started to roll over. But right, so if you want to buy low, sell high, this is high. If you replay this mode, right, this is high. Look, you got fucking 3 years of up, 2.5 years of up only, pretty much, right? Up only. Buy the dip win. Buy the dip win. So, for me, on the higher time frame, everything stems from the higher time frame. Up here, short, I don't give a fuck, right? Short, no problem. Because look, but down here, like, basically, what you're doing, right? Yes, I'll explain it in a better way. Yes, now we're already 50% down. I'm going to give 2 points here. We're 50% down in price, 50% down into a key all-time high. The old all-time high, sorry. Now, yes, I can short, right? And maybe we may catch a move like this. Perfect. I don't really give a fuck about one little 10% move. I would rather catch the larger move up, like here, that's 23%. Or, again, this low that I called, right? I called this bottom here before this move up, 90%. I'd rather catch them than shorting for a move that you can easily just get stopped out on. Right, so I like to trade with the trend. I know there's no trend here. But the only short that I may potentially take would be a spike up into these highs here, and we start to hold below. Because your risk is very, very small here. Because if this reclaims back above, then this is just going to rip. Whereas here, I know you said pump, but like pump, right? If I short here, like if I'm shorting, one little spike up, you get stopped out, right? Pulls back, you just got stopped out. And what's the point? And the same principle, right? I'm shorting for what? This 20% move. Yeah, I know, I understand. I'm just explaining about the shorts, right? So if I short from here down to here, again, it's not going to move like just like this. As I've already explained, it's not going to move like that. If I short here, it's going to do this. I've got to sit through all of this shit. I know there's 2 drawings on top of each other. I can't be asked for that. Especially for the beginning of this challenge. Then, I may potentially miss out on this. A 45% pump. So I've just shorted for 30%, and the exact same move on the way up is 45%. You know? So, I always prefer the longs than the shorts. Unless the shorts are blaringly obvious. And I do like, the only good thing about shorts is they are so shorts I need to be very, very picky with, because look at this. These are perfect shorts. Like this. Because it's a staircase up, like this, staircase up, right? Like this, and then elevator down. That's the only time when shorts are good. And basically what I'm saying here is, do I think we're going to see an elevator down right now? Potentially. But the elevator's already done, essentially. Look at these. That's the elevator there. That's the elevator there. That's the elevator there. And on top of that, this elevator and this elevator, we can't break down. So the pullback isn't really an elevator. You know? So if we pull back from here, I know it's a pump you was asking for, but the price actions, as I said earlier, it's not going to just go from. You know, you get this, if it is going to top, you get this pullback, which is what I wanted along here for this move. That's more probable than trying to, it's the opposite of catching a knife. I don't know, what's the analogy for that? You know? What's the opposite of catching a knife? Don't know. But I would rather this pullback and I long somewhere maybe in here for the next leg up into there, and then I can start trading it. You know? So that's what I would look for on pub. And hype is it is okay. It's just contained at the moment. That's why I say some things are setting up nicely. Now for spot and the big move on hype, I would like something down here, 47s. There. Okay, that's the better move. And down into this area, you know, that is the better move for the big move, like this. Okay, like that, into this high here and this high here. However, we may not get that, and if we don't get that, well, then we zoom in here, and then we just wait for, we can't reclaim back above this black line. Okay, this black line here is support here, support, resistance, okay, done. Which means I maybe would like down here, I don't know, I don't really like this one, I just don't like this structure. I don't know what it does, but maybe something down here for that move. There. We'll see. We'll see on the hype. And if we go down here on Bitcoin, right, and Ethereum, if I go to the same here, yeah, that's years, bro. So no, that's years. 9 years in this game. There we go. And then you can see as well on ETH on the 3-day. You can see it all building up here at 1900 and 1943. Option. I'm trying to find the... this one. Open interest. But basically open interest is like the amount of leverage building up. essentially. Long story short. That's what I'm trying to find on this. Where have I lost this? There we go. Go back to this. And if we go zoom out on this as well, and then you can find the higher time frame ones, and you can see this is now building up at 63 here. This is a lot of long liquidations. You know, I am bullish, but I just don't like these. 140 odd million here. Maybe we need to build this up. No, there you go. There you go. Cumulative long liquidation leverage. 2.2 billion. I won't give up with that. I do have a strategy that uses this stuff, but I won't say on stream. I won't say on stream. But especially with liquidations like this. Like you're Jason, you just follow what I do live and what I do in the Telegram, right? Because I'm not always going to live stream. In fact, I might live stream less this week. Yeah, I might live stream less this week. If the price action is going to stay like this, then you know I live stream less, because that's the beauty of trading, right? And what I do. That's why I trade my strategy like this, because I can spend less time at the charts but make more money, and that's obviously the goal of doing this. So if I'm spending more time at the chart for little shit candles like this, then I'm gonna tire myself and burn myself out for when the, you know, the real good move. So yeah, if you obviously want to know what I'm doing outside of these streams, check the Telegram below, and then yeah, follow the pinned message instructions. But that's why I'm like, oh, you know, I don't want to see another leg up here on this, because then maybe I might consider shorting. Like this here, short this back down to here. Now if we get this here, then I long that up into there. Right, that's literally the definition. If we get a pullback, I buy. If we get a push up, Yeah, well, right, Rafty, I'm last cycle, okay, you're talking about liquidations at 14k. Right, down here, yeah, 14k we didn't even reach, that's why. Like, this is all the way down here, okay, 15k, that's all the way down here, but I longed here. If you go in my Telegram, there's me saying, I think this is at the bottom here. We shouldn't lose 16.5. Okay? So this is where I went long last cycle. This cycle here, I'm now, yeah, sure, if this comes down here, I'm buying. No problem. I'm not saying that right now, am I? I'm not saying, like, leaving all liquidations. I literally said 62k. Which would actually line up very similar to the last cycle. As you can see, all of this here, 62k there. This would cause a multi-billion-dollar liquidation cascade. Before then, the real move up. Okay? That's basically what I'm saying. And that's this low here. Okay? So if I go back on the chart, it's very, very similar in fact, right? That is basically like saying we are here right now. And what I said at the beginning of the stream, which would basically mean that we take out these lows here into this area here. So it is very different. You know, if you heard me saying don't even bother touch, perfect example, Go on Twitter at now. You're seeing people go 40k, bro, 40k. That's all the way fucking down here. That's basically what they're saying, is they're waiting for the 14, 15k. And I can guarantee you, those people screaming and crying out 30, 40k on Twitter, like, if it does come down to here, they ain't gonna buy. They will not buy. They will not buy. I can guarantee you that. So, all it is as well anyway is it's like, it just eases my concerns. If we get that pullback down into the 62s, it just eases my concerns, and it allows me to add more, stack more probabilities in my favor, right? That's literally it. Because let's say if we break out here, the only thing that's holding me back would be, where would I put my invalidation? It would have to be here. Okay? That would be where I'm wrong. So that means that we could spike up here and then get back below, as I explained earlier in this stream. Then the breakout failed. That's fine. No problem. Because we're trying to catch a breakout, we got trapped, and then it comes back below. Or I wait, it may come up into here, it may even come up into there, then it comes back below, it then comes all the way down here, then you get fucking $2, $3, $4, $5 billion liquidations. Now that adds more probabilities in my favor. We've had billions of dollars in liquidations, we've just had a pullback, we're still in higher time frame support here, we're holding these levels, right? We're holding these lows, so we're still bullish, right? We haven't broken a key level, we've come into support with lots of liquidations, and then prices, like, technically it would be oversold at this moment in time because of the most recent price action here, and with all of this down here. So technically this is just early longs getting fucked before the real move. So before most real moves, everyone gets fucked. You can just always see it. Okay? Like, look at this. Before the real move down, all of these shorts up here, you get fucked one more time. Thanks, guys. You thought you longed this bottom here? Fuck you guys. That's why you see a lot of people can pick good trades. A lot of people can trade quite well. They just can't handle the fuckeries. Like, a lot of people can do quite well. They can. That's why they end up break even. Hello, Djanel. Like, a lot of people can actually identify buying the dip. They just fuck up on shit like this. This one. And this time here. Everyone wants this to go whoom, like that. And the same again here. Everyone wants this just to go whoom, whoom. But it doesn't do that. This time here makes everyone reconsider their life choices. What's your confirmation in order to take the long trade? Yeah, like, I'll just long it. Cut on a clean rate below. You know? And after all of that, all I need is this. Ha ha ha. all of that chat is mid-curve. You got a low IQ it. Be dumb. Price goes down, I long. Price breakout, I long. Range boring. When over, when pump. Chop no fun. I trade pump. Cash cap more fun. Cash cap more fun up over 3x. This is better when you have like... I'd trade shit like this when I got like 10k in the account. You know, just buy spot. 10k, 30, 40, 50k. Maybe 2x leverages, son. No, it's like... Whoop. We see. Yeah. But this is good for the... This is good for the crypto space. Ansem. Ansem's not on my exchange. Don't take it. Plus, like... Okay, I'll tell you the difference. The difference between the two. Sorry. What did I just choose? Cashcat. Cashcat is Robinhood. At the moment, Robinhood have more at stake than Ansem. This will pump again, like... The way that I think... Okay. This will pump again. Maybe something like this. Just up to here. This area here, we have to reevaluate. Okay? But again, like, I can only trade this on... I would never trade on this exchange, so... maybe I would, but... Like the Robinhood exchange have more on the line than Answer. So yeah, like, just give me these pullbacks, please, bruv. Take one side out. Like, if we get this on ETH as well. Fuck it. If we get this on ETH, I might even just put in... like, this will be a big spot trade for me. Into here or here. You know? Just like that. So, you can see how these things go, right? There's that range. There. And we're longing, funnily enough, the lows of it. And then, if we zoom out, there's the bigger range. Wow, that's a good straight line. There's the bigger range. Now, I don't really want to see us come down to these lows again. Maybe, if we come down to here, then I take the bigger trade up into here. This will not... If we get this big liquidation, we'll get a bigger move up, right? So the bigger the bigger the liquidation, the bigger the bounce. The smaller the liquidation, the smaller the bounce. Trap those motherfuckers. I want to take your monies. Everyone in here wants to take your monies. Because you leveraged to your eyeballs, bruv. And even if I was trading, right, the lower time frame, there's your highs. There's your lows down here. Is it here, but now here. Maybe I take a small trade. See everyone's reaction. Maybe I risk like $10 to $20 on it. Then no problem. Rejection here from hype. What's the other ones? Cashcat is the volatile one. ZEC. These triangle patterns are also cursed, man. They're the biggest curse in trading. I can guarantee everyone sees these triangles here and thinks, yeah, we're fucking going down. Yeah, we're fucking going up. What actually happens is you get these overthrows, then it just fucking does this. Or you get these overthrows, and then it does this. It's just a range. Then lit as well. Yeah, Leo Walker. Yeah, I'll actually hit 3 billion. If I do it from 3 million again, and I do it again, I hit 3 billion. Maybe even 5. And if I hit 5 billion, the next trade I'm taking out Elon Musk as the next trillionaire. Hello, Aroj. The first trillionaire in crypto trading history. How's that sound? Started with 1,000. Just run it up. Then the market goes the other way, mate. Then I just sell and walk away. I delete my account and nobody hears about me again. The secret trillionaire. I'm the next Kimchi. He made 40 M's. I make 1 trill. And walk away. Wow, thank you, Paulo. I'm growing a ponytail. It's a good hair transplant. No, we're seeing some rejection. Lovely, lovely. Maybe I should just start trading this shit. Let me check the CoinGecko again. Same as what I did last week, right? So, as I was talking about here, like this is the 62s. I would love us to maybe, like this is kind of here into the 65.5. Bing bong. Like. Hello. Hello, MSPL. Long then short. Long or short. Long then short. Short then long. No. In all seriousness, I would like this one down here. That would be my ideal setup. And you just scroll through these 3 month here. There. And then as you can see, you can really see the liquidations building up, right? In fact, that's now... How is that bigger? Oh, how's that? 2 bill on shorts. Right, guys, what would you say? Hang on. I want to know what everyone in here is saying. What would you say if you've listened to my stream now, so... The trouble is, okay, what would you do? Would you long or short? Which trade continue? Okay. You tell me. Okay, Bitcoin. Here, what you do? What do you do? Yeah, like, okay. BTC to 7,800. Okay. BTC to 7,800. Okay, yeah. Then short. No, I can see where you would say that. No, that's basically what I said anyway. 2 yeah. Where's my music gone? There we go. But yeah, that's basically it, right? Got some nice liquidations coming up. I just want to see one side get taken out. Once one side gets taken out, then we can rip it. But looking at this, there's 2 billions here. It's fucking hell. So there's 2 billion liquidations here, and there's 2 billion here, and then another. So a lot of people here. Here's the shorts, and here's the shorts. Then here's the longs. It's literally what I explained on stream. Like that. Short liquidations here, short liquidations here. 2 billion up here. What the fuck? 2 bill. 2. Nah, that's not 2 bill. What is it? $500, 600 mil. Ah, it's building up. Okay. That's why. Okay. That makes sense. So 600 there. 1. This is technically 1.5 if you remove this one. Okay. There, 2 bill. There we go. So yeah, that's basically what we are looking for. Jesus. That's what we would like. That's what we would like. There we go. Once I get this big challenge done right, and I'm like, maybe I should just start trading. Maybe I should turn back to my olden days on scalping. I'm all good. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Like the stream, then subscribe to this channel. It's a nice rejection. Because what this means, right, is I want to see actually. Basically, what you want to see is where this 4 hourly candle closes. Okay, you want to see where this 4 hourly candle closes because there's your range high here with the fat black, and then you know there's your other end of your scalping range. So if you wanted to scalp, this is what you should be doing. Easy is probably a shit one to do. Now, what you would want to see on this stuff is here. Come into this level. Take out this low. Here, spike there. Get a bounce up into this area and then roll it back over. Or, yeah, that would be better. Or you come up to this high here and do the same playbook again. Back down into there. But if you watch this shit on the 5 minute, I used to watch this like ridiculous all day long. This is how you get really good at trading very quickly. Because it exposes everything. On a much faster time frame. And the same on lit. I would like this on lit down here. Okay, we've already come out and took this high here. Finding some rejection. Comes down here. Get back above, then that's a bit high that. Into these highs here. So yeah. Should have took that one last week. Damn, son. So yeah, guys, that is the plan for the week ahead. Basically, waiting for Bitcoin, right, to make up its mind on what it wants to do. Whether we get some pullbacks, that's what I would like to see before getting on board for the higher time frame move. Because obviously, at the end of the day, we want to trade the extremes. I don't want to trade in the middle, and I don't really want to short these highs here at the moment after this long move down. So basically, we are looking at those liquidation levels, as I mentioned, because this should be a liquidity driven environment, right? You get liquidity building up on both sides, as you can see. right? No real. Obviously, this green is the higher time frame level. Okay, so as I've already explained, if I want to dumb everything down, you'd be dumb, and then you just dumb it all down. Then if you go on the 8-hour chart here, you know, all of the liquidity is here. These are all the liquidity areas. Here, this is why we have 2 billion worth of liquidity. And here. Okay. So this high, this high, this high, and this high here. On the flip side, these highs. Okay. Now on the flip side, you have this one here. And maybe this one here. Here. And maybe this one here. Because obviously that one's included. So this is what I do. I did this on a big call last year. And that was here. Right, I saw something similar here last year, and these are some of my favorite trading environments, right? Just because you know price is going to be contained. Like, after a bear market like this, I get some of my favorite trading conditions. These are some of my favorite trading conditions here because price is contained in this area. Then once it breaks out, then the whole dynamic changes. Then you're looking to long pullbacks on the uptrend. All of this price action in here is all liquidity driven. Obviously, it is also liquidity driven on the way up, but it's very different here. Right, so here, then you got these, like, you know, you build up this. Then you also have support here as well, like this, and then you got like liquidity there into a support area. So, you know, this is why it was one of my favorite trading conditions, because you got this clean SR here, so you got resistance turning into support. Buy there, boom. It's a lovely move, and you get something similar right now, right, with all of this. Like, as I was marking out a minute ago, all of the liquidity in these areas. If Bitcoin pulls back, all of these others are going to get absolutely smoked with it. What are we seeing now? So you see a smokage. Pump, that's the one I was looking for. Yeah, so whoever's saying... I can't remember who was saying earlier, do I short here? Sunil was, I think. But, yeah, probably, you know, something that's good is that these trades, right, I should probably take some of these trades more. Is that when I say, it's going to pull back from here, should probably take those shorts. I swear you asked me that. Somebody literally wrote the identical message earlier. We will not be doing copy trading. If you want to copy trade me, you can send me $100,000 to $200,000 and I'll do it for you. No problem. But you have to do it yourself. Like, it's just click a couple buttons, right? So no, obviously you just have to click it yourself. Plus, there's not enough liquidity for copy trading. It doesn't work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was literally written identical to what you said, Jason. Like, identical message. Like, the grammar and everything. It literally said etc. Who writes etc.? No. Sir. I'm not upset. Like, you are not gonna upset me. I've been on the internet long enough. I will not get upset. So yeah, you know, still not. You know, I would like to see some volatility. Even this is more volatile than this. What's your thoughts on exchanges deliberately using insider funds to create liquidation levels? No, like, I'll answer this question first. What's my thoughts on exchanges deliberately using insider funds to create liquidation levels? Happens a lot. Big liquidity levels get front run because of this to trap retail following liquidation. Look, my thoughts on this is nothing. I don't really care. Like, not in like a rude way. I don't give a like what exchanges will do, right? People think this is a brand new thing, like, oh, exchanges do this. I can assure you, I can guarantee you to like absolute certainty, right? That do you not think that governments are doing far worse? Let's say if Trump, I'll just use an easy example. Let's say if Trump knows he's about to start a war. Obviously, it's illegal for him to trade, but if he had a friend who could place those trades for him, do you think he's going to long oil and print 9 figs? You know? So, basically all of these... So, I don't really care. Like, all of these big governments, they all do it. Exchanges will 100% do those kind of things. Because they... Like... Like, I don't know. They don't do it purposely. Like, the markets will move how they want to move, right? It's called a free market for a reason. Markets will just do what they want to do. Like, for example, okay, I can show you a perfect example of this. Back here, this wick here, right? I can show you, right? So you could get the biggest, I don't know. Yeah. Like, you could get the biggest of newses. I'm pretty sure on this day, here, Friday, 29th of January, 2021. Let me just check something. When did Tesla announce Bitcoin purchase? So February the 8th. It wasn't here. It was here. I think the rumor got leaked. Anyway, the rumor got leaked, okay, of Tesla. At the time, Bitcoin was still... so basically, this cycle here in 2017, Bitcoin was like... Everyone was finding out about it, right? And then this cycle here in 2021, people were like exploring other options. Okay, but it was this candle here in particular that we were talking about Tesla and the balance sheets, and putting Bitcoin on the balance sheets, or you were able to buy Bitcoin. You were able to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin, okay? But basically what happens is that, yeah, look what happens, right? Tesla announces that you can buy Teslas with Bitcoin. You get this big pump up here. But what happens after that? It pulls back. So the news itself on that specific day doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, it's always about how the market reacts to the news. That's the most important thing. So, as per your question, about what's my thoughts on exchanges deliberately using it, it's not insider funds. But they use this data to... It's just going to happen anyway. Somebody's got to know the information. It's not like somebody knows the information somewhere. Right? It's just like it's just an edge that somebody has against you. So that's why you have to be smarter than the others. If you want a better edge at something, then you have to do... Like, my edge is better than 99% of people because my edge is in me and how I execute, you know? And you can spend time on that and build it yourself. And if you're a complete beginner, you have no edge, so you better find it. You're lucky that maybe I am your edge for you, because you're watching these streams. But you know, you have to find an edge somewhere. So yeah, it's just an edge somebody has. Maybe it's a better edge than most people, but they risk their capital, they risk their own capital building these exchanges. You know, exchanges aren't cheap to run. I don't really give a fuck as long as they're not using dodgy like execution systems that when you enter, so like let's say if I longed here, my entry price is here, and then I get shit spreads, that's a big problem, right? Then you just outright, then the exchanges just take your spreads, that's a big problem, and then you're just a shit exchange. But if you understand these liquidation levels that you literally are given, this like not it's just a minor one, you know. Like you can literally just go on any website and find out the liquidations here. You know, you can see the liquidations yourself on these here, so you have got that edge. You have got that edge. And nothing's guaranteed. You just stack the probabilities in your favor. You know? That was it, Pengu. I haven't got it on my watch list. Did see this last week. These streams are making me catch them off guard. But I do think some volatility will return. there's no volatility at the moment anyway, so you know, when it returns, you have to be ready, and I do think it will return very, very soon. You know, you're seeing like literally what I said. I put on Twitter yesterday, right? You're seeing these big. You're seeing these big corporations like SpaceX moving like shitcoins. You know, how much is this down? You know, 51%. Is this the right one? No. I can't even think off the top of my head of some of these MU, that's the one. Fucking hell, my mind's gone blank. Thanks. Yes, it is what I'm looking for. I don't know why my mind went blank. You know, look, 240%. And you know, they're still in a downtrend. 30% down. You know, these things have got more volatility than Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin volatility returns, oh, it's gonna be big. Here, you know, when you're seeing this sort of stuff, 26-30%, lovely. So yeah, it's just going through one of those phases. And you know, we're on like the 12 and the 21 weekly, yeah, mate, rolling over. You know, it's getting that, it's starting just to do that thing here, right? Look at this. Rolling over. We're like in this period here. And then once, maybe even here, you know. Then once it breaks back above, it'll come back down, do its thing here. Then once this starts to roll up, curve up, that's when we get the new run again. You know, pull it back. So yeah, that's basically what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Big move coming soon. Be prepared. Yeah, we're getting ready either way. So that's it for today's stream. Next time I'm going to stream is probably Wednesday or Thursday, guys. I'm going to skip tomorrow. I'm going to let Monday unfold. Then once Monday unfolds, maybe I'll do a stream. Obviously, if you want to stay updated, obviously the Telegram below. Once you're in that Telegram, check the pinned message in the Telegram. Follow those instructions, and you get live updates to this trading challenge. Obviously, I picked the worst week to start. The lowest volatility and lowest volume week since 2021 or 2023, so many years. So yeah, stay in there, updated, guys. I'll be posting like the SpaceX trades. Maybe I'll take it next time. So yeah, have a good rest of the day, guys, and I'll see you all later.